There is still an incredibly pervasive view that women's athletics are not, say, true athletics. Even if your women's sports bring in more than men's sports, it doesn't mean anything. Just look at US women's soccer. Women's sports are very much devalued. I think that we exist in a society, especially here in the United States, where there's this male individualism and male superiority. This is why Title IX is huge. When you allow people to rely solely on their own skill and these pre existing notions of femaleness specifically are left at the door, it's huge. And it allows for an environment that allows everyone to exceed, as this predetermined discrimination is on the basis of gender is absent. I would I would absolutely ban college football programs from existing. And I would say anybody who wants to have that, say, big time college football program would have to disconnect it from the college. I think as long as football programs exist at the collegiate level, we're going to turn a blind eye to the rest of the school. And football is our modern gladiator style sport. And that means we're doing a disservice to our athletes. And in order to truly protect them, we need to ban football from the college atmosphere. And I know that sounds crazy, but I'm awful often one who defends opinions that are disliked. Football is a travesty to our youth, both male and female. As long as football programs exist, we are never going to achieve equality. As the attitude and culture that comes with football, like it or not, it's obviously damaging to the rest of our athletes. By cutting these programs that are damaging both culturally and physically to these young bodies, we will see, hopefully, a resurgence in a lot of other sports that provide opportunity for everyone, regardless of gender. These sports often tend to have more focus on academics as well. I recognize this is incredibly unpopular. Um, I absolutely think that obviously that overall in athletics, I mean, overall definitely girls sports are not looked as respectively as boys sports are, like football and stuff. I mean, obviously equestrian is not a sport that everyone is like, woo, equestrian. Another example is like we have a national championship rifle team and no one is like, woohoo, rifle. So it's like, I guess, well, because they get extra pay and they get all this extra help, it's hard. Like basketball, they just got this huge new facility and they had a fine facility before, and we're still driving 50 minutes to ours, and they say there isn't enough to move us into Fort Worth. And even and even other non-revenue sports like volleyball just got their whole court redone, and it's like equestrian is still 50 minutes driving every day, and they can't even look for a place that is not 50 minutes away and possibly move us closer to campus. Like they're already on campus, they don't have to provide themselves with a car. So I think yes, there are unfair privileges for certain sports than others, and it's hard because we work as hard and as long, but we never get the same recognition or opportunities as them. If they are going to give any extra pay or bonus for athletes, they should give it to everyone, not just some. Um, I mean, for me, it's personally always about the sport and not the money. But I think for others, like football players, it's like, I'm here to play football and only football all the time. And it creates this attitude like, here I am, look at me, I'm a hot shot. I'm not attacking them. They are most definitely give everything they have. And I think they do try, obviously. But the attitude and culture definitely doesn't go unnoticed. So that is, I mean, I feel like it would be fine if we received some type of bonus just for gas to drive or other needs. But I think for some sports like basketball and football, you definitely know they think they're here because they're so wanted and needed and big hot shots. I know they're working as hard as everyone in a TCU jersey for that national championship, so I respect that. But it's also hard when you have someone go and act like an idiot. It's like you have all this privilege and you could blow it all away in one night. So that's hard to see when you are still looked at less than these people who have it all and they lose it that quickly. Like, look at Trayvon Boykin. Got in a bar fight the night before we were playing Oregon. Now that's when I lose some respect for them. Because you have so much opportunity and so much privilege given you from this school and this program. And like you would just do something stupid like this and blow it all away because you think you're so great. So that's why I lose respect for them. I mean, I think the NCAA has gone through a huge evolution. And I think that they have acknowledged, let's say, hypothetically, that X student athlete who is bringing in millions and millions of dollars into a university can't afford to pay for a cell phone bill or go home for the holidays. He should be able to afford a plane ticket or a cell phone bill. These kids should be able to eat and get their food paid for. The deregulation allows for the university to pay for these items and improve the quality of life and bring some equality to the athletes who do this all for the school. But under former rules, some couldn't even afford basic needs. So when the deregulation came, we, as a department, had to make a decision. And it's vital to balance Title IX in this as well. So when this decision came to our department, we made a decision. And that decision was that the deregulation was for every athlete, not just football or basketball, and that these benefits would be felt across the board. Our gymnastics team and women's softball team are getting the same benefits as our football program is. So from a Title IX perspective, you can't become unbalanced. Your women's sports must have the same opportunities as your men's sports, especially football and basketball. And so from our perspective, once the deregulation occurred, we made a commitment, and that commitment was to invest in every student athlete. And I can only speak for the University of Washington, but this is an investment we feel really good about. We need to make sure that these kids have all the opportunity they need to succeed.